right? One, I will need a clean surface, so I'm going to use this as my clean surface. If you don't have this, or if they don't have this available for you, what are you going to get? To use as your clean, huh? You can sanitize the table, but then you've already washed your hands, so it means you're going to be putting on gloves and you don't need all that. So you can use a towel instead of picking up that. If it's not available, you go pick up a towel and put it on there. Let's assume the towel has been washed and sanitized. So now we make that, and we are changing the whole bed. So we're going to be changing the pillowcase, we are changing the top sheet, the fitted sheet, and then we will need a blanket for protection because we don't want to be exposing anything. We don't want to see needs. I'm going to grab the pillowcase first, just in case, because that is what I'll be using last. So guess where this will be going? On the bottom. So I have that, and then I would need my sheet. I need my fitted sheet, and I will need a privacy blanket. Wherever will be comfortable for you, that's where you stand, right? Can I go to the other side?
Yep.
Okay. So, before I even go, I'm telling him what I'm going to be doing without shaking or spreading this too wide to spread infections, because infection control, they are marking that. So Mr. James, I'm going to be putting this over you to protect you and also to cover you up, okay? So after covering this up, what will be the next thing we do? We cover him up all the way. What do you think will be the next thing we do? We're going to get this off him because we are changing everything and that is dirty. We don't want that to be on the bed as we are changing the whole bed. Sometimes when you pick this up, it's already folded. So all you do is to put it in the long way and then open as along the folded parts, and it makes it easier. So Mr. James, can you hold this, the top part of the sheet for me? And as he's holding it, I pull this, making sure I'm still maintaining a lot of coverage, right? I'm not exposing anything. Also, you realize how this just dropped on the floor? We have to make sure we hold it to a point where nothing touches the floor, because it's still spreading infection. If you have your hamper around you, or where you put your dirty linen, you can put it in, or you can also set it on the other side of your clean place, making sure you're not touching the other clean ones. So at this point, we are going to roll, or ask Mr. James to roll, because maybe our care plan is saying that Mr. James is able to assist in all the movements in the bed. So all we do is, what do we do when we are rolling somebody on the side? We are going to use the scoot and roll method. So Mr. James is in the middle of the bed, right? We are going to ask Mr. James to scoot towards us. They always scoot towards where we are standing, so they can roll to the other side, because we want them to be facing the other side, right? So Mr. James, can you scoot towards me? Right? And then can you turn to your right side, facing the window? At least you're giving a little clue, right? Facing the window, and as they scoot and they turn, we are covering them. Mrs. Whoever is lying there may be too nosy and be like, what are they doing? And peeping through corners. And we don't want them to see Mr. Jones' old but right, we don't want that, because she will be talking to other people when they go out to eat, and we're like, guess what? I saw Mr. Jones' butt and it was black, and we don't want that. Okay, so now Mr. James has rolled towards on the other side, and we are going to go ahead and change the bed. Since we're doing everything by ourselves, and we don't have any assistance, we will do that by first releasing the corners, right? So we release the corners and we fold it inside out. And we make sure we tuck it in. Right, it's folded inside out and tucked inside. And then we pick a fitted sheet. We make sure we are not shaking and it's not touching anything else but just the bed, okay? We spread it out. And we fit the corner in. So we have to be making sure that we are putting the right corner to where it's supposed to go, okay? Since we know that this is one portion of it is going to cover the other end, we start with the corner that is close to us and fit it in. We come to the other side. And do exactly the same. Also, this is a clean sheet, so we are going to fold it towards us, right? Since it's the clean one, we're going to fold it towards us, and as it goes, we tuck it inside underneath the dirty one, not over it, underneath it. So it's going to be tucked in. Underneath, making sure that this is also not falling on the clean one. So once this is tucked in, we keep going just as it is. Mr. Jones, can you raise your light up? Okay. And then at this point, we want Mr. Jones to face us. But in every row, when you're rolling somebody, remember, they go on their back before they turn. So if you turn somebody on the left and they're going back to the right, they go on their back and then they go to the right. So from the right, back, left, back. So at this point, we're going to ask Mr. Jones to lay flat back on their back, okay? Mr. Jones, would you please come back, lay on your back. Mr. Jones, you're doing too much right now. Can you scoot to the middle? Making sure you're protecting and assisting, okay? And then, Mr. Jones, I'm going to ask you to turn all the way to your left side, okay? Facing your door or your curtain. Amazing. So, what are we going to do first? Pull the dirty one.
Pull the dirty one out.
Right, so we pull, oh, making sure we are folding it as we pull, so we are not spreading or allowing it to touch the floor. We can't do that. Need Mr. Jones. Those a little small. Mr. Jones, can you move? Okay. So when we are actually folding it towards us, we are making it a little tighter on the bed, just so we don't have wrinkles in the bed, right? And then when you bring it out here, you make sure there are no wrinkles. Wrinkles can cause skin problems because they will lay on that folded part of the sheets to the point where circulations may be cutting off, and that is when we have to be thinking about actually turning and repositioning this patient in bed every 2 hours. So we turn, reposition in bed every 2 hours when they're in bed. But how many hours when they're in the chair? One. Ask Mr. Jones to raise the head so we can get the pillow out of. And how do you hold the pillowcase when you're changing it? We are still not shaking.
Don't you roll it?
Or folded. I mean, not folded. We are still not spreading any germs, right? So we contain the pillowcase. We roll it inside out like this. Okay, and then. Just may I have your pillow? You secure it from the bottom, put it back, and pull. How easy is this?
So we can touch the container as long as we're not touching the contaminated part with the pillow.
You're not. I'm just showing you. You're not. At this point, you can be on the side of the bed and you create a room right here and do it. It's not special. So once you have your pillowcase in there, the opening side, where does it go? It faces away from the door, right? So the opening side of the pillow goes like this. Mr. Jones, can you please raise your head up? And now you can feel comfortable, go back on, you can lay on your back if you want to, but then that is the position we are going to leave Mr. Jones, laying on his back, okay? And then when he goes back on his back, we have to make sure they are in the center or the middle of the bed. So if they're not, we can cue them. Can you scoot this way a little bit? Or if they're comfortable, you leave them alone. And now we're going to cover them with this. So, again, we are preventing infections, right? So either way, however you do it, no shaking. Can you hold it? forget that whenever you put the sheet on this patient, you're going to be making corners. Okay, you're going to be making the bed corners. We will learn how to make a bed without, and this is how you make. I don't know why, but I don't care whether the patient is in the bed, the resident is in the bed or out of bed. Anytime I'm making a bed, I'm making the corners. In the nursing homes or anywhere, except my actual bed. So you will raise the bed up a little bit and put this underneath like that, right? Hold it, put it back down, release this side of the bed and bring it up. Let me stand this way. The bottom part goes in and the bed falls on it. Then you hold the side, make sure it's all tapped in, and then you can release it. So you do same on the other side. And then at this point, as he's holding it, protecting himself, you can take this one because we don't need it anymore. This one.
It's cold in here.
So you can, as he's doing, do whatever you want. We are done, okay? At this point, you're completely done. So, Mr. Jones, this is your call light. Are you comfortable the way you are? If you raise the bed up, this is the point where you put in the bed not halfway down. Not halfway down, but all the way to the floor. Because Mr. Jones has been in the bed for so long and may need assistance in getting up, but his brain is telling him, I'm strong and I want to get up, but then something might happen and he'll be on the floor. So we put it all the way up, we adjust it as he wants it, head a little bit up, feet maybe a little bit. Where's my feet? Oh. Just how he wants to be comfortable. So we are done. Then we carry all of these things, if they are on the table, to the linen hamper, basket, wherever that is covered and secured. We go dump it in. We open the privacy blanket because people, after being protected and cleaning up, they want to be talking to their dear nosy neighbor. They want to be having socialization and having conversation, or even watch the TV together, because there might be just one TV in the room, discuss about something. So you have to open the curtains back. We closed it, right? So you open it back, and then you come back, clean up. This part of the skill doesn't have any formality. You just have to make sure that you wash your hands before. No, you wash your hands after you're done. Like after completing everything, you're going to voice that I'm going to wash my hands, right? So you make him comfortable. Do you want a drink of water? Can I get you can I get you a newspaper? Do you need this? This must go somewhere, because this is called an over bed table. It's only when we need something to be done with the patient. Mostly in the nursing homes, they are beside the bed and they have other necessary things on the table. But again, you should have a bedside table. There's a bedside table that they have everything on it. So you keep their necessary things on the bedside table, you keep their phones and everything within their reach. With call lights, we always say the call light is left within their reach, where they can actually reach it. So you put it in their hands or by the table, or yeah, they can have it, or they will tell you to put it beside. This is within their reach, it's not in their hands, right? But they can easily reach it. And then once you're done, you go out and wash your hands. You come back, you review your care plan, and make sure that you did everything that is supposed to be done on the care plan. So at this point, if you check, you're only changing the bed. What didn't you do? Then you tell your examiner, I have completed my test. Your examiner will watch you and mark you 100 over 100. Okay. Is somebody gonna do it? Because at this point, this is our skills week. You have to practice it. There's nothing like I'm going home and come back tomorrow and do it. Because tomorrow is another practice day.